Welcome to the intensive course in the innovation methodology called Design Thinking. My goal is to give you an experience of new mindsets and new paradigms for innovation thinking. I'm Kat, and I help teams identify, evaluate, and operationalize new ideas, technologies, and processes. Design thinking is a methodology for creative problem solving. The idea is to shortcut the traditional problem, solution, design, build, launch, learn process and create short cycles of problem, solution, learn. According to Christian Wyckoff, in a master's thesis from the Naval Postgraduate School in Monterey, the following are some of the organizations that use an approach aligned with design thinking: the Science and Technology Directorate at the Department of Homeland Security, Denmark's Mind Lab, and DARPA. Some of the things that these organizations use design thinking for are ill-defined or tricky problems, where both the core or real problem and the solution are unknown when starting the problem-solving exercise. At Cisco, we work with very complex situations, and we often know the general idea of the problem, but the exact requirements are not always clear or accurate. In cases like this, using a design thinking approach can save time, money, and frustration. Design thinking employs divergent thinking as a way to ensure that many possible solutions are explored, and then convergent thinking as a way to narrow these down to a final preferred solution. You're going to get a taste in 1 hour of what I would normally do in a 3 to 5 day design thinking innovation workshop or sprint session. To do that, we're going to go through a process developed by the engineering school at Stanford University. It's the Stanford D School's 1 hour design challenge. Design thinking is all about doing, so we're going to jump right in and you'll experience the following stages. Empathy. We talk with our users to get an understanding of what they need. Then we dig deeper to understand what the bigger issues are. What is behind the needs? We find that often just asking what people want doesn't lead to breakthroughs. As Henry Ford said, if I asked my customers what they'd wanted, they'd have said a faster horse. Next, we define the problem. We come up with a problem statement. Here again, we look for the biggest possible problem statement. We want to start to focus on the bigger needs and ideas. Ideation. We start creating solutions to the new challenge that we've identified. In this time, we focus on generating ideas, not evaluating them. We can evaluate them later. We look at the larger needs. The curiosity is, how inventive can you get? How can your solution include IoT or mesh networks or blockchain? This is where we start using our divergent thinking. Gather feedback. Now we have a bunch of far-out ideas. Now you have the opportunity to go back to your user and test them, to run these ideas by your user and get their feedback. This can spark new ideas. This is where some ideas might float to the top and be a focus of further iterations. Prototype. We turn ideas into actual products or services that are then tested, iterated, and refined. A prototype helps to gather feedback and improve the idea. These prototypes are extremely rough, just well defined enough to get feedback. Gather feedback. Now is the opportunity to share our prototypes with our users, honing the solution down to best fit the problem. In each of these phases, you gain more information about the actual problem, so you can quickly build a simple, elegant solution. Some of the benefits of this process include creating simple solutions to complex problems. You can quickly gain a deep understanding of the problem and a variety of potential solutions and then hone in on the optimal solution. Speed. You can validate your ideas quickly and build a solution that the customer really wants. Reduce risk. You can shrink months of development and feature testing into a few days. It's extremely time and capital efficient. Efficient collaboration. You can shortcut long email threads and lots of overthinking. Customer validation and buy-in. This process helps you really understand both their stated and unstated needs. And at the same time, it brings them into the process so that they have more buy-in to the final solution and are more likely to spend a bunch of money on it. We're going to go through this process in 1 hour. And what I'd like to invite you to do is show up as a student again. Take your eye off the challenge that you're facing at home or at work in your organization and pay attention to the source of innovation that is you as an innovator. See how by working on this challenge you can grow your capacity to work in a more human way, a more iterative way, a more collaborative way, and a more prototype-driven way. For our exercise, you will be joining all those people who have gone through the Stanford 1-hour design challenge called the Wallet Project. In preparation for this experience, I'd like you to do 2 things. 1, everyone is going to be paired up with one other person. Please connect with your buddy the day before the design challenge and sit together that morning. That'll save us a lot of time. 2, spend 5 minutes designing the ideal wallet and bring a sketch of that to class. Now this isn't a big exercise. Please don't spend more than 5 minutes on it. Just a couple lines on a piece of paper is fine. Looking forward to seeing you there.